Hello and welcome back to Nerd News Today. And now join me across the screen. We have the marketing supervisor over at Diamond Select Toys, Mr. Zach Oat. Zach, how's it going?
It's going good. Good to see you again, sir.
It's good to see you always. I haven't seen you since I think New York Comic Con in person, which was nice to again see you in person. But once more, we're zooming it up today because we got a lot of things to discuss. So Zach here is going to be telling us all about some of the SDCC exclusives that Diamond Select has already announced, a few announcements from the big event, and then we're going to get to a few other solicitations coming out for July and hopefully the future. So let us go ahead and kick things off here, Zach, and let's just talk what's going on with SDCC because there's some really cool stuff that I already know has been revealed. So what are going to be some of the cool things we can buy this year?
So we've got a ton of exclusives that we're going to be sharing with Diamond Comics. They're going to distribute them to retailers off the show floor, and we're going to have them on the show floor at booth 2607. We've got a animated style Spider-Man mini bust based on the animated series where his spider sense is activated. So he's got the black patterning on his chest and face. We've got a new Marvel Gallery diorama, a green version of our Dark Phoenix PVC, which is very cool. I love that sculpt, and it was made a lot of sense just to do a green version of it. Now, who knows if they want to do a white version of it too, I would be totally fine with that because it's a beautiful sculpt. We've got a Star Wars Legends in 3D First Order Trooper bust, which is our big half scale bust. So they're about 10 inches tall. We've got 4 new VHS action figures. We've got Bruce Lee, Cobra Kai Johnny, Cobra Kai Daniel, and John Wick, and they're all the standard 7-inch action figures with some accessories in a VHS style case. And I believe the Cobra Kai guys each come with logo bases. And I think the John Wick comes with a Continental room key, and Bruce Lee comes with some nunchucks. Let's see, we've got an Avatar The Last Airbender gallery diorama, which we're calling Antique Aang. And it's him in sort of a bronze coloration with sort of like a stone swirling air on his base. It came out looking really great. It looks a lot like bronze. So hopefully the product comes out as good as the prototype. I believe that was done at the factory, the prototype. So hopefully they should be able to mimic it pretty exactly. And the last one we've announced is the Transformers Minimates VHS box set. Which is cartoon colors versions of Megatron, Starscream, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee. And they're going to come in a VHS case themselves, but not like the clamshell VHS case. It's going to be like a sliding cardboard sleeve VHS case where you pull it out and then you've got the 4 on one side and you've got like a fake VHS tape on the other side. It's going to be very cool. There was another set that we announced, which was a Cobra Kai Johnny and Daniel 2-pack based on their original appearances at the original All Valley martial arts tournament. But that one looks like it's maybe not going to make the show. So we'll offer that as a pre-order through our website, but it will not be on the show floor, unfortunately. And we actually are about to announce 4 more, which I think should have just gone out today. And the last exclusive that we are announcing is a brand new license for us, which is AEW Wrestling. So we're doing a Minimates 2-pack of CM Punk and Sting. And not just plain CM Punk and Sting. We're doing them in their face paint tribute from Holiday Bash 2021. And it's so CM Punk is wearing like classic Sting face paint, and Sting has kind of classic paint, but he's got the CM Punk logo on his forehead. So it's a really cool 2-pack. We're going to do more Minimates like that, but we're also going to do a lot of other products for the AEW.
Yeah, now hold up a second there, Zach, because you're just blowing my mind right now. So you're doing AEW. This is news, and I gotta go deep into this because I cover AEW figures in this channel. I cover a lot of pro wrestling stuff. I'm a big AEW fan. I'm a big Diamond Select fan. You guys doing AEW? What the hell? When did this happen? How did this happen? What's going on? What are you guys doing? My head is exploding. Please try to calm me down somehow.
We've been working on this for about almost a year. I think we've had it signed for a while now, but we've been developing a lot of product, including Minimates, which I'm very excited about. I'm a big Minimates fan. So we're going to do some 4-packs and maybe some 2-packs as well. We don't do a lot of 2-packs nowadays, but we may do some. And then we're going to do gallery dioramas. So we've got a couple of the statues, those PVC statues that we do designed, and a couple of them are already sculpted. We're just working through the approvals with AEW to make sure that they like what how they're going along, and that we like how they're going along. And hopefully we'll be able to reveal at least one at San Diego. I can't say who the first one is because I don't know which one is going to be ready first, but One of them hopefully will be on display at San Diego, along with, I believe, the first series of Minimates, if not the first two.
So you're talking AEW Minimates, AEW Minimates, and then AEW diorama statue pieces, essentially.
Yes, I think we might do some resin statues as well, but I'm not sure if that might be a little bit further down the road. I don't know who would be our first for that sort of high end piece, but we do have some of the big names from AEW, including a couple of members of the Blackpool Combat Club that we're going to be doing for that gallery diorama line.
Oh, that is awesome. I cannot wait to see these things. I'm kind of flipping out right now because that's just so cool to hear that someone else is doing it. Because Jazzwares does their thing. I've been a little up and down at their figures lately, but I've been still getting them for the most part. But you guys do awesome stuff. It's gonna be very, very different from what Jazzwares does, also, which has got me excited. And I love Minimates. And I know you can't tell me too much about them, but I am kind of curious here. Maybe you can answer this for me. Will the Minimates have accessories? Because pro wrestlers gotta have accessories. You gotta have your steel chairs. You gotta have your tables. You gotta have a ring. Will Minimates go in that direction?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're absolutely going to do accessories. I'm pushing for a ring. I'd love to do a ring, but to do accessories made total sense. We've done a lot of accessories that would work for them in the past. We've done a couple of barbed wire baseball bats. Certainly, we've got some other accessories that would work for them. But at least for Series 2 going forward, we're going to start creating new accessories specifically for AEW that are hopefully going to be blow people's minds and have set up a lot of fun one-on-ones. And I love what AEW does, what Jazzwares does. I've got the Hikaru Shida right here. She's one of my favorites, but hopefully we get to more characters like her, more wrestlers like her. I'm a big fan of the women's league, so we've got one of the women's champions in the first box set. But I'm pushing for it to get more in upcoming box sets, maybe even an all women's champions box set. That would be pretty great.
And I know you can't tell me too much either, but something that we see a lot that Jazzwares has been doing pretty much exclusively with Ringside Collectibles is they'll release blood and guts versions of the toys, which is basically their characters but with blood in them, because you can't sell that in stores. Is this something that Diamond can do also, or does Diamond have interest in making bloody variants of any of their characters, whether it be Minimates, Deforms, or Vinimates?
I think that's something that we could do. I don't know if we've really talked about it too much, but we want to get as many characters out there as possible. And with Minimates and Vinimates, that's something where we could do a bloody variant of somebody, or we could just do an all new character. It's almost as easy to do one as it is the other. With the PVC dioramas, I can see us doing that. I haven't talked about anything specific, but certainly not out of the realm of possibility.
So, all right, so since we just talked a little bit about Minimates, let's actually go a little bit deeper into that, because I would like to hear what else you guys have going on in the world of Minimates. And I know SDCC is just around the corner, so there's going to be some big announcements coming, but what can you tell us, if anything, in the world of Minimates these days? What's next? What's new?
Well, we have been doing a lot of stuff with the Transformers. We talked about that set that's coming out of San Diego, and the GI Joe. We just solicited Series 2 of our carded Minimates. So they're going to come on individual blister cards with that original GI Joe artwork on them, and they're going to come in like a larger Foot Locker. So Series 2 is all Cobra, and we just solicited that one for pre-orders. Power Rangers, the first set just hit stores. Is just about to hit stores on July 6th. And then we're going to follow that up with a second set that has all the other characters from the team in it. And we're working on another Hasbro license that I can't, we've announced all the Hasbro licenses we have, but we're going to do another series based on one of those Hasbro licenses. And that's going to be revealed at San Diego. So that'll be pretty cool. I think people will be really excited about it. And that's the first of 2 box sets we're doing for that series. So there will definitely be more. I think at least one of those sets will be revealed at San Diego for sure.
Yeah, again, I'm sure you can't tell me anything here, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this next wave is not going to be My Little Pony Minimates. I'm just wondering, is this perhaps a franchise you guys have done in the past that is a Hasbro license?
I don't think we've ever done anything for this license in the past. It's based on an old cartoon. It's not Gem and the Holograms either. But we're hopefully going to be revealing those at San Diego. We're going to do one set that's 6 good guys, and we're going to do one set that's 6 bad guys. So it's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully people dig it.
Okay, because my hope was that it was going to be like the Ghostbusters Afterlife crew, perhaps coming to us in Minimate form, but that's off the table for now, I guess.
No more. Yeah, we're not doing any Ghostbuster stuff right now. I think we still have some rights as far as the license goes. We might be able to make like a statues and PVCs, but I'm not sure exactly where that is right now in terms of development. But no posable figures right now, just because other people are doing that. But possibly in the future. We had a really great run with the action figures. We did like 10 series and a
15
couple of
series, I
box
think, or something
sets.
like that. Yeah, it was a lot of figures.
Yeah, because we had all the two build a dioramas. We had the rooftop, and then we had the firehouse. Yeah, we definitely want to get back into it when we can. The real Ghostbuster stuff did really great for us, and people are still dying to get their hands on those. So whenever the opportunity arises again, we'll probably look into going back to Ghostbusters. We made a lot of Minimates. The one thing we never got to do was our Ecto-1 Minimate vehicle. So that would be really great to go back and do that.
Yes, please. Yes, thank you. Please now. Thank you. And if you don't mind too, since we are talking about some franchises you guys aren't doing right now or previously had, one thing that I get asked a lot on my channel still to this day is I get people checking out my reviews of the Star Trek ships that you guys put out, the Star Trek starships,
Mhm.
and I know people are still asking about the Reliant, things like that. So we now know that Playmates is doing their Star Trek toys, that includes models and basically vehicles that are kind of in that same scale you guys were doing. So does this officially formally mean that Star Trek is currently out for Diamond?
No, it does not. We're still working on some stuff behind the scenes with Paramount and CBS, and we're hopefully going to be able to come back and do the regular version of the Enterprise C that we've been planning on doing for so long. I don't have a timeline or anything like that, and some people will say that's that I'm just blowing smoke, but we're definitely that's still a going concern for us because we did tool that entire ship. We made the gold version for San Diego, and we want to use that tooling to make the final product. So we're just waiting to get to the go ahead, and then we'll hopefully be able to do that. The Reliant, I'm not so sure about. If the C does really well, maybe we'll continue go back and do the Reliant as well. But the Reliant is a little earlier in the development stage than the C was. So that would be great to go back and do the Reliant as well. I'm a big fan of Wrath of Khan, so we'll have to see how that goes. But I think if we can get the C out, we'll make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I still get comments to this day on the Enterprise C SDCC exclusive. Everybody's waiting for it, so they still want it. There's still a demand for it.
Good, good.
So, all right, Zach, let's also talk a little bit about some upcoming animated series busts, because again, that's something else I really, really love looking at on this channel. We've been checking out some of the X-Men ones. We're going to be looking at some of the Spider-Man ones also very soon here. So, what is going on in the animated bust series?
We've solicited a few. I think Storm is not quite out yet. Jubilee is not out yet. Professor X, we had to resolicit because we weren't able to do it the price we wanted to do, so we had to increase the price slightly, and we reoffered that one. As far as regular team members, I think that just leaves Beast, and we do have a Beast that is actually done. I think we're going to be offering it as an exclusive at some point. Not one that should be very hard to get, but one that hopefully everybody will be able to get their hands on. So that will be upcoming. And then I think we have some other variations on other characters that we're working on. I know that at one point we were going to do an unmasked version of Magneto, which I'd still like us to put out. But I think the next one we're offering is a different version of a character we've previously offered, and that'll be solicited I think end of this month in late July.
All right, very cool. I cannot wait to see those, of course. And we also have to talk about gallery diorama pieces because we look at those all the time on this channel too. I know we got a lot of fans who love seeing those. We already mentioned that AEW is going to get in that treatment at some point, but outside of AEW, which I'm going to be raving on about forever, outside of AEW, what can you tell us that's been announced or will just be announced very soon or coming out soon in the gallery diorama world?
We just offered not too long ago our first Ninja Turtle piece, which was the Last Ronin, and the response to that was crazy. So we are looking into doing some more Ninja Turtle pieces in that format. The Marvel line is going to continue. We've got a couple we just offered. Just offered Elektra as Daredevil, and we offered Kraven the Hunter. And Kraven the Hunter is part of a series of Spider-Man villains we're doing. Before him, we did Vulture, and we've got another one coming up next. And we've got a couple newish licenses. We have Jean-Claude Van Damme. We've got another gallery diorama in the works for him. I'm not sure when we're going to see that one exactly. We're going to be doing gallery dioramas for the Disney Saturday mornings. We announced a Gargoyles piece, which we have not solicited yet. We did some busts, animated style busts, but we have not offered the gallery yet. But that is coming. And we announced Darkwing Duck action figure, but we are going to be doing gallery dioramas for him as well. So look for both of those to be offered pretty soon, I think. Hopefully one or both of them will be at San Diego.
The Darkwing Duck sounds amazing, by the way. It's about time we got like a good version of him. That's also an affordable version because I think Beast Kingdom did one that's astronomical price. I cannot wait to see what you guys do with Darkwing.
Yeah, I think I saw that really deluxe action figure. Yeah, our action figure will be in that our deluxe format, which is about $25-$30. And then the gallery diorama, we have had to increase the price on the gallery diorama recently just because of rising costs with transportation and manufacturing, unfortunately. But still at $60, $59.99, it's still a pretty good deal for a 10-inch statue.
Yeah, I agree. You don't hear me complaining. So beyond that too, let's talk action figures. I got a lot of those. I know I'm sure there's going to be a ton of reveals here. I do have one pointed question to kick things off with, though, before we get into just general action figure news and announcements, and that would be Lord of the Rings. So we previously have talked about these on camera before, and you kind of hinted that there is a more future with these figures, but as of now, we kind of haven't heard much news about them. So is there any news for Lord of the Rings action figures?
Yes. We had to take a little break after series 4, I want to say, which was Gandalf and the Uruk-hai. But series 5 is in the works, and we have series 6 through 10 all planned out. So we know we want to do more. We know we're going to do more, and we want to finish the fellowship for everybody. But series 5, I don't know when it's going to get revealed. Hopefully, we'll have something at San Diego. But series 5 will have another fellowship member and another bad guy, and it should be very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So is one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite bad guys. So hopefully we'll be revealing those this month. I don't think we'll be offering them for pre-order right just yet, but because we have to we're going to be offering some stuff for pre-order like 2 days into San Diego, but that's stuff we have to have done now and solicit in the next previews that comes out around then. So it may be ready for San Diego, but it may not be ready for solicitation, if that makes sense. But keep an eye out for that. We should hopefully have the next 2 figures there. I hope. Fingers crossed. Lord of the Rings is definitely ongoing. I don't think we're doing any more Build-A-Figures.
Okay, that was my next question.
Yes, no more Build-A-Figures as far as I know. But we have still talked about some larger format characters that it would be nice to do at a bigger scale, whether that's a gallery diorama or a resin statue. We'll have to see. We've looked at some characters that are really big, and we've priced them out, and they come out to be pretty expensive, whether they're PVC or resin. So we're still trying to figure out how to do that. Some people have suggested we do a fan, like a Kickstarter, but something like Hasbro does with Hasbro Pulse. So we may end up doing something like that, but we'll have to see. As other action figures,
like that, if you guys are doing that, if you guys are doing like a Balrog Build-A-Figure as just a single action figure up for the equivalent of a Kickstarter, I would totally back the heck out of that. I know people want a Balrog real bad for this line.
Yeah, no, we do too. I would be lying if I said we hadn't done some development work on one. And other action figures, we've got the Jean-Claude Van Damme action figure we're going to be offering pretty soon. We're going to do more Invincible action figures. Series 3 is going to go up for pre-order end of this month, and should be on display at San Diego as well. Kato from Green Hornet, he's coming up, with actual official Bruce Lee license likeness. Yeah, we're talking about doing a Green Hornet to go along with it, but we definitely wanted to do Bruce because we've been working with the Bruce Lee family for so long.
All right, so I'm just gonna throw you a bunch of random fan things here, a bunch of random fan takes, and so we talked about Avatar earlier. We know that the Avatar statue is coming, one of the SDCC exclusives. The Avatar action figure line, though, what's new with that? We know that, by the way, the next series is going to be the Blue Spirit, as well as Iroh.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, where are we going? Are we going to be seeing more figures and more?
I haven't seen any new development on Series 6, but Series 5 should be hopefully coming out pretty soon. I don't know the exact timeline of that, but we offered it several months ago, so it should be getting close to release. Although with everything going on in terms of transportation overseas, it's slowed down stuff significantly. It used to be we'd have stuff out within 6 to 8 months, but so nowadays it's been more like 8 months to a year. Some of the stuff is very taking a long time to get here. I'm not sure exactly what the next step for Avatar is, but Series 5 will hopefully be coming out soon. We do have another gallery diorama though. We're doing Toph to do another Earth, to do the next bender, the Earth bender. I believe we're still going back and forth on the sculpt. But once that's approved, then we should be able to get it painted and get it solicited for orders.
One part of the Avatar franchise that's been kind of wholly ignored in merchandise has been the Legend of Korra series, which was, of course, the sequel series to The
Mhm.
Last Airbender. There has not been a lot of Korra stuff out there. I think Dark Horse did a big resin piece a long time ago. I think another company may have just listed another large, very expensive resin piece too.
Oh,
There's like
okay.
a Funko Pop of Korra. So my question is, will Diamond ever touch the Legend of Korra in any way? Like, could we see like perhaps a PVC figure diorama of just even just Korra to get something that's a little bit more affordable into the hands of fans?
We currently do have plans for a Legend of Korra piece. I'm not sure if it's a statue or a PVC, but we do have it in the works. Hopefully, it's not. If it is a red statue, hopefully it's not too expensive for people. I haven't. I knew there was something from Dark Horse. I haven't seen the more recent one, so I don't know how much they're charging for that one. But hopefully, it's something affordable that Korra fans can get their hands on.
And this is something I assume you guys are probably going to announce during SDCC, but I'm going to see if I can get some information out of you today here. So, Star Wars Select Figures. What's going on with that? Are there going to be more figures? Last time we saw them, you guys have already done Chewbacca, we've done Darth Maul, we've got Boba Fett, we have Darth Maul. I think I said him twice now. We got a few figures and a Stormtrooper. So, will there be more Star Wars Select action figures?
Yes, absolutely. We've got a couple of newer characters in the pipeline, not original trilogy characters, newer characters, and we usually announce those in conjunction with the Disney Store where they're exclusive. I don't think we're going to show anything off at San Diego specifically. I don't think that that's pre-order stage yet. So or ordering stage. So I believe the figures are approved, but we still have not manufactured them yet. So we'll probably announce them when they're closer to being ready to order. In the first Chewbacca, we announced it on May 4th when it wasn't quite in stock yet, just because it was May the 4th. But usually they like to announce them when they actually have them there for ordering. So I think we're still a little ways off on the two characters that we're doing next. But as soon as they're ready, they'll be up on shopdisney.com.
All right, so Zach, that's basically all the stuff I have specifically that I want to ask you. And you give me a whole lot of information about the exclusives you guys have coming out, some other solicitations. Is there anything else that we have missed you want to divulge today?
Well, I gave some teases about the next Minimates license that we're going to be doing. It's one of Hasbro's, but all the clues I've given is pretty easy to narrow it down. It's not Gem the Holograms. It's not My Little Pony. We're going to be doing some stuff based on the classic Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. So keep an eye out for those. I think we're going to be offering them end of the month. They'll definitely be on display at San Diego. And again, we're going to do two sets. So one is going to be a good guy set, a 6-pack, like we did for our Marvel Minimates, like we're currently doing for our Marvel Minimates. And one of them is going to be a bad guy set. So hopefully everybody digs it. I know people like the bad guys from that series. So there will definitely be a bad guy pack.
So that's some pretty huge news you just dropped there, because I got goosebumps now. I'm just thinking about like a Tiamat and Avenger and little action figure, a little mini-mate form. That is really awesome news. And is that going to stretch into other forms of Diamond's products as well?
I believe we're going to do some different products based on that series. I know we do have some other stuff planned for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and also but I think we're going to do gallery dioramas for that. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not so sure about the animated series, but definitely more Dungeons and Dragons universe stuff. So hopefully people will react positively to the animated stuff so that we can move on to the more hardcore gamer stuff. And then we are definitely doing Gem and the Holograms.
Well, okay, sure, just throw that out there. Why not?
We have a piece of plan. We were talking about Hasbro stuff. We definitely have some Gem and the Hologram stuff planned. My Little Pony isn't currently part of our license. We did some great My Little Pony banks not too long ago, but it's not currently part of what we're doing. So, but we're going to do a nice Gem and the Hologram statue, which I think everybody will dig. I'm excited about it myself.
No, that's really cool. That's like a perfect fit for the way you guys do stuff too. I know you can't tell me this. I'm very curious to see who's going to be sculpting those pieces, because you got some good guys who could do some excellent work with those characters. My mind is swirling now thinking about the possibilities. But Zach, that's like a huge bit of news just dropped there. So thank you for that. And again, folks, you can check out Thursday, July 21st through July 24th. SDCC 2022 is happening. What's the booth number again, Zach?
2607.
And I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more that you didn't tell me today. There's going to be probably trillions upon trillions of new things there. Maybe not trillions, but there's going to be a lot. That's so awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good SDCC. And everybody out there who wants to check out the stuff, there will be links to where you can order these things from directly from Diamond Select Store and wherever else I can find links to those things. So Zach, thank you so much for telling us all this cool stuff. Oh my God, AEW, D&D, Gem of the Holograms, Darkwing Duck. Whew, okay, I'm gonna need a break or something, man. That's heavy. All right, well, Zach, thank you so much. Appreciate your help today, and we will talk to you again hopefully very soon.
No, thank you for having me on. Talk to you soon.